Mr. Louis Campana's meeting with Lanza del Vasto, who was christened Shanti by Gandhiji, proved to be the turning point of his life. Since this meeting, Mr. Campana has steadfastly followed the path of nonviolence, also by living a very simple life. He joined Shanti in the community of the Arc in France. Staying there for 8 years, during this period, he was initiated into nonviolent demonstrations and fasts organized to protest against French nuclear tests and against the extension of a military camp in Larzac in the center of France. Mr. Campana believes in the advancement of mankind through the spiritual values of nonviolence. A courageous, uncorrupted man who's deeply attached to the truth, Mr. Louis Campana has inspired many young people willing to establish long-term mechanism of Gandhian nonviolent resistance against repressive powers and authorities.
In Gandhi's opinion, expressed in Wardha in May 1937, while talking to young people, he said, "I am sending you to your villages where our companions in the struggle against the occupier are waiting for you. Let each one of you meet his own needs. Let him look after himself and those who depend on him and not be a burden to anyone. That is well-ordered charity. If a man cannot meet his own needs, the family should meet them. If the family cannot, the village should. And if the village cannot, the region should. Produce as much as possible in the village and avoid all unnecessary movement of products, because that is where waste occurs, and the products on which people's lives depend fall into the hands of brokers, speculators, and national or foreign politicians. My children, may man always be greater than what he does, more precious than what he has. Go out there, do away with poverty, cultivate moderation." The forces occupying the land in 1937 have gone, but since then their place has been taken by the universal salesman with his little briefcase and his smart suit. Ladies and gentlemen, 3 billion people on our earth cannot develop their inner riches, cannot elevate their souls, cannot aspire to freedom. Why not? Because they are deprived of their mother earth, or their water, or of their forests, of all resources. All over this earth, people who live in slums and favelas, political refugees, people that no country wants, illegal immigrants, the homeless, the unemployed left by dead industries, the small farmers left without land, and many others are denied their basic rights, more often than not by huge multinationals who speculate with the land, the water, the mineral resources for their own profit with the blessings of governments and banks. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in the middle of a terrible economic war. The short-term perspective is of all-out military expansion. A sense of the inevitability of war, whether for economic motives or in response to terrorist action or in the face of nuclear threats from the nations, grips our rage and seems to escape the control of our politicians. They jump and twitch like fairground puppets, and the crowd stands around laughing. René Girard, anthropologist, member of the Académie Française, professor at Stanford, and promoter of Christ-centered nonviolence, says that far from containing violence, politics chases war. The means of war have become ends. We can worry or close our eyes, or we can resist, disobey, invent another possible world, and put the enchantment back into our lives. We can all say, "I am poor and alone, I can do nothing." But with 3 billion poor and marginalized, resolute and without hate, energized by the liberating power of nonviolence, we should change the world. And ladies and gentlemen, we should do it with you. Thank you.
Thank you.